And welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and welcome to a little preview, a very special preview. I went all the way to Prague in the Czech Republic to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Thanks to Plaion, thanks to Warhorse Studios for the invite. It was an incredible day, a very long day. But I got to play the game for about 3 hours-ish, maybe a bit more. And this is the intro to the game, so it's sort of like a tutorial. Sir Hans is in serious trouble, and I believe, based on what I played, this sort of acts as a flashpoint, so you go back to find out how Sir Hans actually gets himself into this situation. Yes, you're seeing a crossbow right now. Wasn't quite sure about the pacing of the intro. There's like loads of action. There's a cutscene before this gameplay starts. Very sort of impactful, explosions everywhere. And then this felt quite calm almost in some ways. I don't know if that's coming across through the gameplay. There's like a weird clash with the cutscene, and didn't quite feel as intense as maybe it should have. But the game has been delayed a tiny bit. It was scheduled to release this year. It's now coming out February of next year on the 11th on Series S and X, PC and PS5. So it's not a massive delay. And honestly, after playing the game, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the preview, but I feel like it does need just a few more months to sort of get rid of the bugs and give it a little bit of that extra polish. Wow. That was a trap and a half. That was impressive. And you saw the weapon there, which is brand new to this game as well. Again, this is a proper medieval game. And this is an example of one of the cutscenes. So I believe this happens straight after the first game and straight after that conflict. So this cutscene happens, and we're going to
ready for a fight.
Watch it.
Easy, Henry.
Henry, calm down. Henry's the main character, by the way, and that's Sir Hans.
Don't let them get away!
At first, I was getting ready for a fight.
We won't stand a chance against them.
It's alright, we can talk. Dialogue is key in this game.
Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Be good. Again, the sense of scale already in this game far superior to the first game. They've really added more people to the game in terms of people working on the game. The scale feels bigger. The graphics look better.
What are you after here?
A proper sequel.
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward
Clearly,
these days.
we are not bandits, but there's
Who are
bandits
you
in the
people?
area. And that's something to be
Hans
wary of.
Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Leipa.
I look like they're ready to fight. This is a bit of a tense situation. Henry does eventually enter the fray.
The Lords of Leipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Leipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Ah.
Well,
While my master
Awkward.
is a member of the League of Lords, who sided with King Sigismund.
Oh boy.
So
Awkward.
it would appear we are enemies.
Oh, the hands are starting to go onto the weapons. This is when Henry comes in, and there's a bit of a dialogue here. You can actually, there's 3 different options, and the dialogue actually works in quite an interesting way. It's never 100% gonna work, but you get like statistics on what's maybe the best route to go. But the best route isn't always the right route. If that makes sense. I went for the better route, but also it was the worst outcome. It's hard to explain. And here's some combat for you guys to watch.
Like an old hag.
So if you guys played the first game, it probably feels pretty familiar.
Like an old hag.
And I must admit, I was surprised how familiar it was. I was expecting maybe a bit of a change in terms of the combat. I like the combat, but it takes a long time to get used to. And I thought they may go down the route of making it a bit more accessible, potentially. But yeah, it feels like the first game. What they've done in particular is they've used different weapon experts. In the first game, there was one person for all of their weapons, and it sort of felt every weapon sort of felt the same. In this game, all weapons feel different because they have a different weapon master for every type of weapon, which obviously is very useful. So the stamina bar, you can see the yellow bar down there.
You fight like an
This
old
is a wooden
hag.
sword fight, so we're basically just training here.
You do it.
And hopefully Sir Hans will submit,
Nice block.
potentially. I hope he does.
Come on, Henry.
See, I was, again, a little bit surprised by the combat being pretty familiar. Again, this will, if anyone that played the first game, they will recognise this straight away. I quite like it. I think it feels fluid. It feels authentic as well. I'm a bit bored of these sort of fighting games where it's literally just press the right trigger
Me.
and then block. There's definitely more to this. I defeat him. There we go. So, you decide to get comfortable, enter the water in just your underwear with Sir Hans and Henry, and it goes a bit west. Do the bandits I mentioned earlier? They turn up. Yeah. And currently you are split from Sir Hans. You are Henry, you're wounded. I won't go into how he got wounded, but he's wounded. He's not in the best shape, and we're trying to basically use stealth to escape. Very tense situation. I actually got caught a couple of times. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the best at stealth. Yeah. Pretty tense situation. I did write a bunch of notes. So again, it takes place directly after the first game. I might actually do another playthrough of the first game to sort of remind myself. And I sort of want to play it again. The dog is back, by the way. The dog from the DLC. We're pretty much clear now. Oh. See, I told you, Sir Hans, that's all he's got. His briefs, his underwear on, and that's it. Yep. It does feel like your decisions within the game have like a real impact on the story, which I'm quite excited for as well. And the dialogue is again really intuitive, and I like it. Oh, not quite escaped yet. Again, Sir Hans is not Sir Hans. Henry's not in the best shape.
Sent us to find the
So you eventually get out of the
company
situation.
down by the pond yesterday.
And these guys turn up,
fled and are
looking for
hiding
someone.
out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
This is a situation where maybe being truthful is the best approach.
You're from Lord von Bergov. You don't look like it.
Kurva! Watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from von Bergov, then we're from fucking von Bergov. Who
All right,
else
chill
would
out.
we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to cold steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
The first time I did this, it ended in conflict. So there's the dialogue options. You can see potentially saying clear off has the best approach, but
Pavel,
may not always work.
I'm here to help Bozhena. I don't know anything about any attack, but I met some of von Bergov's men in the woods too. They had his shields and Waffenrocks. They were looking for some cutthroats. I gave them directions here, so you can join them once they get here.
Fuck.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Fuck it. Just tell them we'll wait for them in the tavern. And
Do you want to
carry on.
swear anymore? I'm trying to get money from this. You eventually go out and collect some herbs. You do some alchemy. The alchemy is actually pretty in-depth. Very in-depth, actually.
Right.
So you're picking up these herbs. Again, look at the environment.
So back to
Look at that.
Bozhena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
That view. Mwah. Mwah. And then we skip forward. This is a mission that takes place slightly later.
Are you really the best
Into the
swordsman
game.
in these parts?
Richtig.
This gentleman
No
believes
man
he's the
is
best
better.
swordsman in the
Certainly
brand new
not
area
the
called
Kuttenberger
Kuttenberg.
Fechter
If they
who
say.
falsely call
A brand new area
themselves
for the game.
Meister. I am the
And he
only
believes
true
he's the
Meister
master.
here. If you
swordsman.
do not believe me, try me. I challenge you
Only
to
issue
a duel
is-
mit Langschwertern.
Sword fighting is not really not warrant. You're not allowed to do it in the middle of the street.
truth or just puffing out your
Which is fair.
chest?
Wunderbar. I always like a
This
good
is a complete side quest,
but
by the way.
Schwerter will be blunt,
You
yeah?
don't need to do
We
this,
do not want
and it's
to lose
quite in
our
depth
hands
as well.
from faces, no? I'll lend you ein Schwert, aber kein Harnisch. No armor, only clothing. That is the best Kampf.
Sure. Just training swords. No armor. Works for me.
How about eine Wette?
Veta?
Wie sagt man das? A bet for some Groschen, yeah? If you believe in yourself.
Oh, a bet. I can do a bet. I can definitely do a bet.
Naturally.
Let's do it.
We're not going to work up a sweat for nothing, right? A nice wager will bring some tension into it.
Good, good. I like your attitude. We have spoken enough. Let us do it.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's
Do it. On the middle of the street, what could possibly go wrong? The crime system in this game is actually really, really nice as well. It almost feels like a micro sort of GTA style. Like, if you get spotted doing something, they will report you, and the guards will find you. I promise you. It happened many a times to me. Pickpocketing is risky, obviously beneficial. Yeah, a really sort of micro system behind the scenes, which is kind of scary actually as well. When you know
You fight
someone's
like an old
reported you,
hag.
it's scary. You fight like an old hag. I was using training swords. Apologies, some of the gameplay is obviously just B-roll in case you guys haven't worked it out already. It's not my footage, hence the random cuts here and there. But here's a look at some of the infantry screens. Again, you may feel it's quite familiar if you guys played the first game. You've got your speech, charisma, speed, vitality, health, all that kind of stuff. How much noise you make. That will probably be slightly changed based on what you're wearing. But this game is definitely a very traditional RPG. The scale again has been ballooned, exploded from the first game, and they've really gone from 40 people to 250 people working on this game. It's got a lot more ambitious, a lot bigger, a lot more money's been pumped into this game as well. And again, I'm really excited for the game to come out in February. Yeah. Again, I touched on the crime system. Really excited to see how that's going to work in terms of could you be a thief? Is that even feasible? Potentially. I did note that stealth felt a bit weak to me when I was doing, obviously, in that sequence you've seen already. Question marks around that, potentially. Horse fighting is a lot better. Again, the weapons feel very different to each other instead of feeling quite samey. So that's going to be exciting. Say you go against an armored unit full of just steel armor. You will need a mace, a blunt weapon to try and burst through the armor. You got to change what weapons you're using based on your foe, basically. Swords are quite effective against unarmored individuals. You got to adapt to the situation. This game could be around 80 to 100 hours long. Again, that's probably, I think, definitely longer than the first game. They've already announced they're going to do post-launch content for this game as well. Again, crazy. Also, the way they introduce events from the first game is done quite well. Where Henry was injured in the gameplay you've seen, he basically has like illusions and flashbacks to what happened in the first game, and it sort of links across quite nicely. For people that haven't played the first game,
You can't be here.
I recommend playing it, the first game, because it is that good. But again, if you don't want to play it, this game will definitely outbed you in quite nicely, and not too. Here's a flashback from the first game. It sort of puts it within the game, which is quite nice. Very cinematic in terms of the cutscenes. Again, you can see just how incredible the world looks. Is it the prettiest game I've ever played? No, but definitely an advancement on the first game. Definitely pushing the scale. The dialogue feels a bit more authentic as well. People are just going about their world. Like you can follow the people and see what they're up to, going to their jobs, going back to their house. This guy's trying to sell some ale, I'm guessing.
Good morning to you.
What are you
You
doing
just
here,
approach
Goodman?
anyone on the street.
What does it
And
look
start
like?
chatting.
I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
Is it free?
You're giving it away for free.
My vineyard is new, and the folks in this town are damn stubborn. So I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they'd get a taste for it. What about your good self? Would you like to try it?
Also, like how this game doesn't take itself too seriously
Free wine.
as well. Like it's
I'd be a
funny
fool to
at
say
times.
no
I'm
to that.
laughing.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are. To your health.
Yes, the period isn't
curious
so
what you'll
cheery,
think of
but this guy just giving us a drink. He's not a fan.
Oh, are you sure that's wine you poured me?
Oh boy,
This tastes like... Well, how should I say it?
Henry.
Me, Goodman. But say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an
What?
idiot who's wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every
What's
morning.
going on
And
here?
My wine tastes like
It's like
dog
Confessions.
piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. If it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. And not like this.
Mate, your wine's not very good. That's the issue. So again, we can say, do
anything
you
I
want
can
to
do
help?
to help you?
This is a random
The
side
dog
quest.
pissing in my boots? Well, I'm not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked.
How the outcome of that, you have to play for yourself. Again, the amount of side quests are going to be absolutely ridiculous in this game. You're going to be busy for a very, very long period of time. By the way, if you guys have got any question marks, what does that mean? Any questions about the game, let me know in the comment section below. I tried to sort of navigate some of the story parts of the game, but again, I did play the start of the game. I can't even sort of really talk about that, basically. Again, some of these environments, I mean, look at this. Incredible. You would not have seen anything like this in the first game. And that first game sort of came out, I think it was like I think I backed it on Kickstarter, I believe. It's a game that I've been following for a very, very long time. Full series, by the way, on my channel. Hint, hint. Go and check it out if you want to see more of this game, or the first game. I'm just properly excited to play this more. It was an incredible event. It was one of the longest days I've ever done. It was like 16, 17 hour day or something ridiculous. But it was a wild experience. Again, thanks to Warhorse. Thanks to Plaion for inviting me. And hopefully we can capture my own gameplay before the release of the game. Please leave your likes and comments below. Again, you got any questions? Subscribe for more Kingdom Come Deliverance. Subscribe for more Gamescom 2024 coverage, which is coming over the coming days. Thank you guys for watching. I'll let you guys watch the rest of this B-roll, and bye-bye.
A nobleman, sir?
It's, well, a little complicated. Basically, my father, rest his soul, bequeathed his estate to me when I come of age. The thing is, it's up to a bunch of nobles that my father appointed.